A Nairobi Central Police Station's officer commanding station OCS Samson Taalam has been arrested after a day-long manhunt ended in Eldoret. The DCI has confirmed the Directorate of Criminal Investigations alleged that he had fled in an attempt to evade capture. Authorities said Taalam had switched off his mobile phone on Thursday as officers closed in on him. He was eventually located, arrested and handed over to the Independent Policing Oversight Authority (IPOA) for further processing. His arrest brings to 3 the number of individuals in custody in connection with the death of Albert Ojwang, who died in police custody under suspicious circumstances. Another female officer linked to the case was also questioned for several hours on Friday and is expected to face further interrogation. Taalam is considered a prime suspect after multiple witnesses and suspects reportedly implicated him during IPOA's ongoing investigation.
Confirms that when he reached Central Police Station, he was all right.
And from the totality of things, he should be treated as a prime suspect in the matter.
Samson Taalam, the officer commanding station at Nairobi's Central Police Station, has been arrested in connection with the death of Albert Ojwang, a teacher and social media influencer who died in police custody. After a day-long manhunt, Taalam, a prime suspect, was apprehended and handed over to the Independent Policing Oversight Authority on Friday at approximately 3 p.m. The Directorate of Criminal Investigations tracked down Samson Taalam in Eldoret. Accused of fleeing Nairobi to evade capture, Taalam had switched off his phone, but multiple witnesses and suspects implicated him in Ojwang's death. His arrest marks a critical step in a case that has gripped Kenya, but questions remain. Who else is accountable?
When he arrived, or when he was brought in from Homa Bay, he was given an opportunity to call his family back home, as I did indicate from my statement that I was providing, where he did indicate to his wife that they had reached Central Police Station safely and he was safe. So that one confirms that when he reached Central Police Station, he was all right.
From Homa Bay, the suspect was driven straight to Central Police Station and nowhere else. And for this, we can technically confirm even the movement of the Subaru vehicle by using the GPS system.
At around 3:54 p.m., the deceased was booked out via OB number 11/7/6 of 2025 and escorted to Nairobi, where he was booked at Central Police Station via OB number 136/7/6 of 2025 at 9:31 p.m. On 8th June 2025, according to the police signal, the deceased was rushed to Bagathi Hospital by police officers from Central Police Station, where he was declared dead and later taken to City Funeral Home.
Albert Ojwang was a 31-year-old Kiswahili and religious studies teacher from Homa Bay, a bold voice on X and Facebook. He blogged about politics and social issues, resonating with Kenya's youth. As an only child, he was his father Meshach's pride, known for his integrity and never having clashed with the law until one post changed everything. On June 7, 2025, 6 men on motorbikes arrived at Ojwang's home in Kasipul, Kabondo, Homa Bay. One, claiming to be a police officer, said Ojwang was wanted for, quote, insulting their boss, unquote, on X. The complaint came from Deputy Inspector General Eliud Lagat, who alleged defamation. Instead of a local booking, Ojwang was driven 350 kilometers to Nairobi Central Police Station, raising red flags about legal procedure. On June 8th, Ojwang was found unconscious in his cell. Police claimed he died by hitting his head against a cell wall. But an autopsy by state pathologist Bernard Media revealed severe trauma, head injuries, neck compression, and bruises across his body, signs of assault, not suicide. Inspector General Douglas Kanja apologized for the false narrative, but the damage was done. Ojwang's death ignited protests on June 9th outside Nairobi City Mortuary and Central Police Station. Later, more protests, massive protests, took place on Thursday. Online hashtag Justice for Albert Ojwang trended, with activists like Eric Omondi mobilizing support for Ojwang's family. Amnesty International and the Law Society of Kenya called it a brutal murder, while President William Ruto labeled it unacceptable, but urged patience for investigations.
I tell my apology on behalf of the National Police Service because of that information.
Criminals are in civilian or they are in uniform. We must deal with them firmly and decisively, and the law must apply to each and every person so that we can protect the lives and property of every citizen.
As of now, 4 are in custody. Alongside Talam's arrest, Constable James Muhwana, the cell sentry, was arraigned at Milimani Law Courts on Friday, with IPOA seeking 21 days to detain him. Granted. 2 civilians are also detained. 6 other officers are under investigation, and several have been interdicted. IPOA revealed tampered CCTV footage at the station, hinting at a cover-up.
Police powers in the context of these investigations.
The participation of IPOA in addressing the court is a matter that the High Court has settled. Yes, Your Honor. And so, Your Honor, there is no prejudice whatsoever on IPOA submitting on this issue.
IPOA does not have jurisdiction under the Victims Act. They are investigators. They do not represent the victim. And therefore they cannot pretend to be investigators and represent watching brief.
So, Counsel, I think this is a matter which has a lot of anxiety, and you have really submitted a lot. I can see you have been recording 20 pages of typing, so it means it's quite a lot. I need time to write this ruling. Yeah, so we shall take a date for the ruling, whether is going to be in custody or released.
IPOA's chairperson Ahmed Isaac Hassan has promised transparency, but public trust is shaky. Preliminary findings ruled out suicide, and the tampered CCTV deepens suspicions. Groups like Haki Africa and Vocal Africa demand systemic police reforms among many youths, citing Ojwang's death as a symptom of unchecked impunity. Ojwang's case echoes a grim history. Missing Voices reports over 1,300 deaths or disappearances in police custody since 2007, including 60 during 2024's anti-tax protests. Cases like Martin Koome's 2013 killing underscore a pattern. Kenyans are asking, when will the cycle break? Albert Ojwang's death is a call to action. With Talam's arrest, Kenya watches closely. Will justice be served, or will impunity prevail? The answer depends on the demand by Kenyans for change. Newsroom, Maisha TV, Ushabi Jr.